Hello guys, welcome back. How is it going? So today we continue with our spring challenge from CodinGame. Yesterday we managed to get to the bronze league. We started implementing the basic structure of the project and some very basic logic for the packs. So for anyone that just joining, um, hopefully you already know the rules. I explained them in the previous video, but basically it's just a game of Pac-Man where whoever eats more pallets that wins, and also you control more packs. Now in this bronze league there are actually new rules, so my code is not adjusted for these new rules, and that's what I will try today to work on, because as far as I know, yeah, the next league, the silver league, is opening on 11th, so in a couple of days. So we'll have time. We don't have to rush. We will have time to clean up the code, to implement the structure we based, so when the next league is open we can get promoted. So let's see here is my code in the IDE, and I will turn on the synchronization from here, upload from local file, and it should be good to go. Hi Alexandra, hello. Okay, so let's see where we are left yesterday. We are on the place 1000 from 1600, and I know that yesterday, before getting promoted, I implemented pathfinding algorithm and I also implemented the obstacle to avoid obstacles and to also avoid enemies and other packs. So for that reason it started crashing. For example, it almost always crash. For example, in this situation it will crash, and it crashes because it tries to find the shortest path to the super pallet. And for example, okay, that's not me. Okay, but there is a case when I don't have a shortest path to the pallet. I am blocked either by another pack or my enemy. So in that case, there is no path. And when I'm trying to get the length of a path, that's why we have a Java null pointer exception. So I'd like to start fixing this error first, because it should be an easy one. Okay, so all right, that's somewhere in BFS, or maybe in point BFS distance. Okay, and it actually tells us that the method may produce null pointer exception. But let's see why it might produce null pointer exception. Return null. Okay, it can be null. So let's okay, let's I'll check if that will fix the problem. So here we will say path, but what? Node. Okay, node, and then in the point here we will need to get the path first. Node is BF. Okay, I'll just copy paste this part here. and we will return, we'll check. Let's first of all import it, and we'll check if node is different than null. Okay, it needs only one equal sign. I'm used with from JavaScript, so we'll say node dot get path length. But in other cases, if there is no path, I'll probably just return a very big number, meaning that the distance from these 2 points is very big, and it's when we will compute it, it will not pick it. So will that work? Let's let me check if it updated. Path. No, I think it's node. Not here. Oh, come on. Let's just search this. It didn't update? Yeah, I think it was turned off. Yeah, it's up to date right now. And if we play, come on. Again, the same problem. So what happened there? Because I don't see any exceptions. Pack 6 red cannot reach its target 999 because it's out of grid. All right. Okay. So what's the idea there? All right. Let's add even more 9s here. Okay, it seems that it works. And I won the enemy pretty good. Yeah, let's just run it a couple of more times to see if the bug was fixed. Yeah, it seems that it was fixed. Yeah, against the bot it performs quite good. But okay, the bug was fixed from yesterday. Let's now check the new rules that were added to the Bronze League, and we'll see how to better use them. But before that, let's just submit this code, so we'll have an idea if we are improving by implementing something new. Because the previous submitted code was failing, so it doesn't give us a good result. So all the rules are now unlocked. Okay, there will be no new rules, as I understand. You can now give a speed boost to your packs. You can now switch their type to attack your opponent's packs. You can only see packs and pallets that are in the line of sight of your packs. Alright, see the updated statement for details. Okay, your packs cannot see through all, so on each turn you have vision on all of the pallets and enemy packs that can be connected by a continuous straight line to any of your packs. Super pallets are so bright that they can be seen from anywhere. Okay, at least the super pallets you can see from everywhere. At each turn, you are given information regarding the visible packs and pallets. For each pack, you are given its identifier, whether it's yours or not, and its coordinates. For each pallet, you are given its coordinates and value. Okay, this is also something updated. your pack is of a given type. Okay, rock, paper, scissors. Okay, here they're combining two games, Pac-Man and rock, paper, scissors, and each pack has access to two abilities, switch and speed, that share the same cooldown period, 10 turns. The abilities of a pack are already available at the start of a game. Alright. We can switch, we can speed. Okay, this is something that we don't need at the moment. Output, speed pack ID, switch pack ID, pack type. Alright. A single line with one or multiple commands separated by, okay, for example. I'm wondering if you can move and also speed, or move and switch in the same pack. Number of packs 2 to 5, width, height, response time per turn. All right. Okay, I think we will just start using the speed command on cooldown, so every time it's available we will just speed, because it seems that it's a pretty good skill. They'll move much faster and collect the pallets much faster. So where can we see the cooldown? Let's see in the settings. Show messages, quality, no. Okay, all right. Okay, let's see how he's performing here. Okay, I'm losing almost from everyone. Is it just a loss, or Pack 2 cannot reach his target? Oh, why? That means that we still have the bug. And now there are... Oh, I know. Or I don't. Let's check in the map. Here, map with obstacles. Okay, closest point. So we are looping through all the pallets and check if it's a 10, and then we get the distance to that pallet, and if it's less than the actual distance, okay, I think that sometimes we don't find any path even here, so we will check again here if it's like this, or just return null, and we should handle this null. Where? Get next pallet. Let's check where we okay, in the move of the pack, target. If target is not null, then we move to that direction. Condition target non null is always true. No, why? It can be null. Okay. So in the pack, I don't understand why that's happening. Map, get next pallet, okay. And else, I don't know, we should move somewhere, but where, I don't know. Move to the middle of the map. I don't know, 0, 0. Let's go there. New point, 0 and 0. But that's something that we should adjust in later on. Okay, we don't need this pipe there. So let's see. Hmm? It has no pallets within vision, so if there is none in vision, your array of pallets is empty. Hello, Victor. Yeah, that might be why, but I think I didn't yet implement this vision. So in the beginning, oh no, actually that's probably true, because I'm getting the pallets from the map, right? Map in the player, yeah, reset, and then we add pallets. Oh, okay, I get it, why. The idea is that we're always resetting the pallets, so we only know the pallets that the pack sees at this turn. But it's a good idea to keep track of the pallet that we saw in past. We saw it previously. We don't know yet that they're there, so that's a risk. That's a risk, but at least we will know something. So let me know it again. Timed out, right? Yeah, it times out. Yeah, so the CodinGame thing is providing you with the pallets that are within vision at that moment. Yeah, I know. Yeah, thanks. But I'll have to do some to make it distinguishable between pallets that we receive from CodinGame, that pallets we know for sure that they exist, and the pallets that we remember from previous turns. All right. Is it the same pack move target? So target there probably is null, so that's why it complains, but it's and we will console here. Where are all the pallets? Okay. Yeah, I think now it works. Oh, my players are bouncing there. Yeah, that's another thing that I'll have to fix. So probably I have to start some nodes. All right. So coding game. When computing the pathfinding, take into consideration the next Pax position, because I'm using the Pax as obstacles, so I'm actually trying to avoid them, but I'm not using their next position, but the position that they are currently at. So that's why they're just bouncing on each other. Okay. So should we do something with cooldown? Let's check the player and ability cooldown. Okay, we will need that. So for the pack master, it will have a private integer ability cooldown. Let's name it CD. And we can, what we are doing here, me add back, me master. We'll probably create an update function here, public void update, and first of all we will receive the ability cooldown, and later on we can add more properties. Ability cooldown. So in the player we say me.update ability cooldown. The same thing for the enemy dot update ability cooldown. Okay, and then in the pack we can say speed. Try to speed. Private void run. Oh, but actually the cooldown is not per player but per pack, right? Or am I wrong? Yeah, it's per pack. Okay, then it's not here, it's not here, and for the pack we will add it here. My mistake. Ability cooldown, and we can initialize it here in constructor. Ability cooldown, assign it, and in the player, when we don't need these updates, when we create it we will pass it to the constructor. Okay, and now let's go back to the pack. In the try to speed, if ability cooldown is equal to 0 or 10, I think in previous In previous contest, it was going from 10 and decreasing up to 1. So here, ability, the number of turns until you can request a new ability for this pack. Switch, okay, yeah. So if ability, let's do it this way. If ability cooldown is different than 0, then we will just return. And else we can speed. And the speed method will just console log that low level command speed, something like that. Speed. And we'll see if it crashes, then it means that it cannot move and speed in the same turn, so we'll have to check that. It tries to speed and then moves. Alright, let's check it now. Okay, it didn't work. The problem is invalid input, expected move or speed or switch but got speed. Expected move or speed or switch but got speed. Why? Okay, speed pack ID. Alright. Now better. Come on, no, again. Pack 0 cannot be commanded twice. Okay, that means that we can only give one command per pack. And that means that let's say played, something like that, and it's not an integer but a boolean, and we'll keep track if this pack took an action or not, and the played will be false, and try to speed. We don't need anything here, but no, here in each turn we will say that where is the move? Here is the move. So if played, then return. And when we speed, we say that we already played. As simple as that. Played. True. And we don't need this import statement. Now yeah, it seems that we are speeding. Alright. It seems to work. Sorry guys, I think my internet again is disconnecting. Alright, he ate me. Okay, here is an interesting bug. And that's happening because we said in the pack, go to the position 00 if there is no pallets in your area, and yeah, it says where are all the pallets. Okay, we should think about how to better store the pallets in order to have also some memory about past pallets. I'm thinking that in the beginning we know that on each empty cell on the map there is a pallet, so we can assume that, and then just delete pallets when we see that they are missing. I'm thinking if that's a good idea or not. But it might be a good idea, because we can delete the pallets when we eat them, that's easy, and we can delete the pallets that our enemy ate only when we go to that position and we see that there is missing pallets. So I think that's what we should do. That means that inside the map, when we initialize the pallets, okay, when we create the map, we initialize the pallets and all of them are initialized with a 0, meaning that on that position there is no pallet. But what we are gonna do, we're gonna say if the cell is empty, there is a pallet. So for that reason, we'll say that pallets at I and j, come on, is equal to row. Now let's use already the map at I.j, and so there is a pallet when so if this, then 1, else 0. Map at ij, if this is true, and this will be true only when there will be a wall, and we need vice versa. When there is empty cell, then it's 1. Okay, we can just reverse this. If it's a wall, then it's a 0, otherwise it's a 1. So in the beginning we know that hello, how is it going? Are you participating in the challenge? So in the beginning of empty cells, we know that they contain pallets. All right. And then in the player, okay, all player pallets inside. I think I'm just gonna just store them here. Probably will not reset the pallets because no, I didn't even know this challenge existed. I'm coding mobile games right now. Alright, how did you find out about this live stream? Do you know about CodinGame? So we will declare, let's get back to this one, we'll declare an array list of pallets, right? Do we have? No, we don't. All right. We don't have a class for the pallet. How can we store easily the point and value? I don't know. You just search coding live. That's nice. Yeah, it's weird that YouTube suggested to me, but welcome. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. So if you say that you're coding mobile games, you might enjoy this coding game because it's a really fun and nice way to train your like algorithms and data structure knowledge, and you're just developing an AI that plays against other players. So that's basically what it's all about. And in this case, yesterday a new challenge started, and the game now is Pac-Man. And yeah, you just have to program your bot to collect as many pellets as possible. You should give it a try. I'm not sponsored by CodinGame, but it's really nice. Okay, and array list, how we will store them. Come on, Vadim, think. Okay, let's then create a class that's the simplest way, palette, and it will have just two values, private point position and the private value, and its integer value. We can really quick generate the constructor with the getters and setters, so we can forget about this class, just use it. All right, go away. And now we can have an array list of pallets, new array list, visible and x value, and then we will not add it like this. We will rather say pallets dot add new point, new pallet, and inside new point x y, then the value. Yeah, maybe this line. Oh, that's great, that you'll give it a try. It just started, so there is plenty of time to get into the flow and to win everybody. What kind of games do you make? So then in our map, we don't need this reset at all. At the end in our map, we will call update pallets, and let's implement this method map public void update pallets. Here we will receive an array list of pallet visible pallets, and we will do I'm looking for inspiration. Can I ask what strategy you're planning to use? Yeah, like right now I don't have like a good strategy in mind. I'm just trying to implement what I come up with next, and right now I'm trying, I already forgot. Oh yeah, right now I'm trying to implement the tracking of the pallets on the map, because until now I was just receiving the pallets from the coding game and I was using them. But in that situation, I get to a point where my pack is getting stuck, so it doesn't have any pellets in his visible area, and that's why he's getting stuck. And for that reason I want to implement some kind of memory in order to keep track of the pellets that I already saw. And I got an idea that I will use information provided by CodinGame, the visible pellets, not to understand what pellets are visible, but to understand what pellets are missing there. So basically, in the beginning, I will assume that each empty cell has a pellet on it, and whenever I receive from CodinGame that here the pellet is missing, I know that I can see this cell, and if it's missing, that means that someone ate it. So in that, like that, I'll keep track of where are the potential pellets. We'll see how it works. I'm not quite sure about that. We don't really make a specific type of game, but right now we are making a sequel to the successful game we made previously, Color Cross. By successful, I just mean we didn't lose money. Are you a team? Like how big is the team? Let's check it. Color Cross. Is it on Play Market? All right, we are not where I was supposed to be. Okay, update pallets. We receive a visible pallet, and now I should implement this logic of understanding what pallets are missing from the map based on these visible pallets. First of all, I probably will have to go through all these visible pallets and find the ones with value 10, because they are always visible on the map, but I don't I set it to 1 in the beginning, so that's a good idea. Let's just loop through all the pallets. Update super pallets. We can give visible pallets. I will extract it into a separate method to keep it more clean, and it's gonna receive the same. So for palette in the visible pallets, we will check if palette.getValue is equal to 10. In that case, we will update the pallets map. Pallets dot okay, I just thought about something, but let's keep our ideas flowing. So pallets at pallets palette dot get position dot get. The first one is y. Palette dot get position get x will be at 10 because we know it's there. Also, let's leave here a to-do. If we lost track of a palette of a super palette, remove it from the pallets array. So that means that for example, we see on the position every turn that there is a super palette, but it's on the other side of the map, and if someone ate it, we will it's not gonna be in this array. So in that case we will have to update our map, but we're not doing it yet. Yeah, I program and my teammate does the art. This is C# or Java? This is Java. I don't know, I've got used to use Java for CodinGame. I'm not using it for anything else. I'm at work at Amazon, I'm coding in mostly JavaScript and TypeScript, but here I think it's more structured. But sometimes I wish I was programming in JavaScript or TypeScript, because even for this one, like I had to return a position and a value, and for that reason I had to create a separate class for it. But in TypeScript you just can return an object. And yeah, probably it's better it's more flexible and faster to program in TypeScript, but we'll see, maybe next challenges. How many downloads did your game had? Because in a couple of years ago I was also coding games. I created a couple of them and I also launched. I actually made some money out of one that I made, the first game that I made out of one tutorial. I followed the whole tutorial, and at the end I just changed the colors. The tutorial was from Brekis, I think you should know him. And I published the app, and I received a couple of $100 out of it. Yeah, that was, as a child I was probably 14 or 15. That was some good money for me. Okay, I lost track of what I'm supposed to do. Okay, update super pallets, and now we should remove the pallets out of our array. First of all, we should receive a position of all our packs, and based on that position we will know what area the pack sees. So should I just send it here? Array list or pack master. This will be the reference, and in the player we can send a me there. Map. Actually, we don't need the whole pack master, we need an array list of packs. 4LL Legion, hi. Hello, how is it going? Go ahead. And player, here we will just say me.get packs. How do you control all packs at once? Basically I have a pack class which controls one pack, and there is a method like play, and it calls like try to speed, move, and so on. And also I have a pack master class which has an array list of packs. Basically this is my player, and if it controls like 2, 3, 4 up to 5 packs in this array list. And this pack master also has a method play, and what it does, it just loops through all the packs and calls the play on them. So all the packs behave independently. Probably in future I'll have to create some logic into the pack master, because he knows the position of everyone, but right now they behave independently. So and this pack master, I have a variable of it in the player, which is me, pack master me, and each turn in the while loop of a game I call me.play. So the flow goes me.play, it goes into the pack master, it loops through all the packs, it calls play on them, and each pack tries to speed and then tries to move and so on. Did it answer your question? So we are in the map. We know the packs position. So first of all, we will have to loop for each pack. Probably will have a lot of loop inside the loop, and it's not gonna be very optimal, but we can always optimize it later. So for each pack, now we should find all the visible cells. Let's explain it better. We will loop for each pack, for each pack, and we will try to find all the visible cells. Basically, for this pack, we'll try to find all this row. For this pack, we'll try to find this row and this row. And we will check if in the visible pallets we don't have a particular pallet. For example, if we know that we see this position, but visible pallets doesn't contain it, that means that there is no pallet for sure. So your packs go against all of the other packs. Yeah, they in this league they now have a type, and they can be like scissor, rock, or paper. And when they collide, one beats another. Basically, the same rules as in rock, paper, scissors. Until he will zone each pack to different part of the map, they will compete with each other. Not sure if I understood it correctly. They'll compete with each other. You mean my packs? Yep, yeah. Right now, my packs are competing with each other. They are not cooperating. And they can also, when there is a big pallet, I will try to go there, and actually two of my packs will try to go there if it's close to them. So in that regards, I will have to make them cooperate, and if one goes to one pallet, he'll tell others that, okay, I'm going there, don't come after me, and probably it will improve like that. Alright, so we are back here. Now we should get all the visible position for this pack. Let's implement a method for that to simplify, because that method will get too big. Public array list of points, get visible cells for a reference from this position. So it's much simpler than I thought. I was thinking to call again the pathfinding, but no, it's much easier. We will just have to go upwards until we hit a wall, go right until we hit the wall, go down and go left until we hit the wall, and that's it. So we will also have not here array list of points, come on, visible cells, visible new array list. Now for okay, let's think. check north for int I equals to the I will be the distance. We can even call it distance. Distance will be starting from 0 or from 1. Let's start from 1. And actually, we don't need a for loop. We will probably... Okay, as long as true, let's do it with a for dist plus plus, and we will check if so point target is equal to new to a point. We need to generate a point in a particular direction with a particular distance. For the direction, I think in the ocean of a code in the previous contest I had some direction class here, so I'll just take it and reuse it. Thanks goodness for GitHub, I just accidentally deleted my whole game. Good thing I could restore it. Yeah, that happens. Yeah, it saves a lot of lives probably. Sometimes it just happens. And direction, and we will use the direction class that we implemented in the previous challenge. So direction south, north, west, east. We can even loop through them for direction inside the directions, and then we loop through the distance. Target the point. I had something also for that, so point. Okay, this is get neighbor in the direction with the distance, but direction is integer. No, probably. Okay, here it is, get point in direction, point, direction, and distance. Yeah, I think we need this method. We will also use it here. Get point in direction. Get point in direction. The reference point will be from. The direction will be the direction, and distance, of course, distance. Now we will check if it's a wall. If map at target. Okay, let's implement a new method for that. Public is cell free. Point position. It's gonna be a boolean. First of all, we will check if position.getX is less than 0 or position.getY is less than 0. We'll check the boundaries of a map basically, or the position.getX is more or equal than width or height. X is horizontal, that means width. Or the position.getY is more or equal than height, then we will return false. Then we will check for a wall, and we can just return map at position.getY position.getX. And if in the map we store the walls as true, and our method is called isCellFree, that means that we should invert this, I guess. So if isCellFree target, if it's not free, we break, and that means that we got to a wall or to endpoint, and it will break out of this for loop, but it will go to the next direction, and that's actually what we want. And if it's not a wall, we just add it to visible cells target. If different than input pallets array contains cell to check, missing array, add cell to check. Yeah, let me think. If input palette array contains cell to check, yeah, something like that, and the cell to check, I'll get it from out of the get visible cells, and probably I'll just add them to an array list. I'll get all of them from all of the packs, not like this. Point visible visible cells equal to new array list, and for each pack we will say visible cells dot add all, get visible cells from which point for the pack dot get position. And now our visible cells will I forgot to return it here. It will contain all the visible cells for our packs. Assumed array different, missing array. Yeah, probably it's something similar that I'm thinking to implement, but let's check. Now we know the visible arrays. Let's loop through each point then. Visible and we should check if this point is not in the visible palette, then it means that, yeah, if there is no visible palette on that point, that means that we should delete the palette from our map. All right, let's for each palette into the visible palettes, if point equals to palette but palette with E. In that case, for the point, we should override the equals, and we will return. Okay. First of all, we'll say point. Point equals to. Let's cast it, the object, and return x equals to point.getX and y equals to point.getY. Come on. We are in the map. Not here, a boolean. as pallet on point on position, let's say, equal to false. If point equals to that one, we will set it to true, and we will break out of this loop because we found one. Yeah, we found one pallet. That means that we can break out of this, and here we will check if doesn't have pallets on position, then we can say that pallets at point.getY point.getX equals to 0. Well, that was a lot of code. Hopefully it will work. Are we calling update pallets? Yeah, I think. Let's see. Public class palette. Yeah, it was crashing because of this public. How about a counter on each cell? If cell is seen, then counter is reset. The bigger the counter, the less chance a pallet still there, and it is less attractive to packs. What do you think about performance? Keeping a counter. Yeah, probably that's a good idea, but yeah, that's actually a good idea, but for that I'll have to change the data structure, because right now I'm just I have like a bidirectional array of integers, and the integer represents the value of it. So for yeah, we'll see. Thanks for the idea. What do you think about performance? I'm not so worried about performance right now because I'm not trying to do anything very heavy. So not now. Performance will come later if there will be a lot of things to implement. And how are you doing in the contest freeze? What rank are you? Point equals online language class cast exception palette cannot be. Okay, I think I know the problem. Map equals palette dot get pause. So what's happening? I don't know what's happening here, but my pack just doesn't move, and this one as well. Yeah, probably I messed around with the packs, but we can easily display them. So there is a display palette. Let's see how to better display them, because displaying them like this, let's do if pallets equal to 0, then we will display what? Something like this. If I didn't have anything right now, still looking for a vector. Thinking about creating a graph of the one-way corridors and rank them, like which way is better to go. Also problem about comeback after fight. Snowball effect is strong. Comeback after fight? What do you mean? Else, and here and else we will display, here we will display an O, here an X. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting when I will actually start implementing the fighting, and that's also something. What happens? Print. No, I updated you, but I didn't call you. Here, display pallets. If you in losing team with 4 packs against team with 5 packs, eventually you need to go to the race, because in passive mode they will cover bigger area. Oh yeah, so yeah, but I'm thinking that, but no, that's not a good assumption, because I was thinking that I'm doing like enemy like obstacle avoidance, so but yeah, sometimes they can speed into me, and yeah, that's something to think about. But why you didn't start it yet? Because I see that you have like good ideas. Come on, what's happening? Here it is. Will I understand anything out of this? So in the beginning, 3 of them, this one. In the beginning, it seems alright. Then let's see. Yeah, I'm losing badly. Let's see if at least because I'm looking for Fury Foundation, like aggro management or cell counters. I already have local referees. I'll start to implement. So here it is. There is a pallet here. There is a pallet here. Sorry, I think my yeah, my internet again disconnected for a bit. My dolphin not working at all. So it seems that it didn't update one of the obstacles. Oh, because we are not adding the our position in that array. Is it right? Get visible cells from, and we will just visible cells dot add the origin from that position, because right now my pack is standing on this one. He ate it already, but in our map it's not yet updated. So let's see. Oh, come on. It's so dumb. That's super dumb. Alright, I wanted this one pretty fast. Yeah, and it seems that I'm updating pretty well the pallets. And yeah, probably it's pretty good. Then we can comment out the display pallets. There will also these two methods that we don't need anymore. Okay, tracking the pallets probably. Okay, if we lost track of a super pallet, remove it from the pallet array. That means that let's give an example. For example, these two pallets should be marked with an O. Okay, if it's 1, let's display them again and implement this feature, even though it doesn't have a big difference, but maybe it does. Let's do it now and then forget about like palette management for a couple of times. I assume you're not checking cell under pack for emptiness. Maybe that's why Eaten Pal is not removing next turn. Yeah. That was the bug. Yeah, I think the stream was is a bit behind, but yeah, I fixed that. It was indeed that problem. I was not taking the position of that palette. Okay, let's see now. Do we have any X? In the beginning we don't have any X, only in the next turn. So here is 1, here is 1, we can see them here. So let's wait until one of our enemy eats one pallet, one super pallet. But it seems that they don't want to eat super pallets. Come on. I needed to eat a pallet. So here we are. Again. Okay, I can't make it see the effect, but I know what we have to do here. So if we lost track of a super palette, remove it from the palette array. So we will probably loop through the palettes map. Where do we do that? I'm very lazy person. I don't want to write two loops. So let's do it here. So if map at I and j is equal to 10, then we should check if it's still there. So for visible pallets, if dot get value is equal to 10 and pallet dot get position equals to new point I and j. Is it like this? I first one? No, j first one. J and I, then boolean still exists equal to false. If we find it, we say still exists true, and after the for we will check if still exists. If it doesn't exist anymore, then we can say map, but not map, it's pallets. Pallets will be equal to 0. So if it doesn't exist anymore, it's gonna be 0. Let's see if I didn't make any mistakes there. I need to see when my enemy eats a big pallet. Oh, here it goes. Come on. We know that there is a pallet here. Then our enemy will eat it, and it's not there anymore. Here is the X, and there is no X here. It is so. I think it was here, right? Yeah. Okay, the 4 from the bottom. This one. Yeah. It works. All right. Now probably to fix the obstacle avoidance, not to bounce into each other. Let's try just to submit it, see how it performs. We already lost a battle. So here I am, the blue one, and I lost one of them. Okay, he killed me. Okay, this he's very aggressive. And here, let's see if our enemies. Okay, here we can see why I'm losing, because two of my packs are fighting each other. Yeah, two of my packs are fighting each other, and I'm working with only two of them. And I'm not that badly like behind him. So if these two were moving as well, I think I would win that game. Okay, let's now think how to improve that. At least not to bounce into each other. That means... Back. Something like next target. Private point. Next target is equal to null. Get next target. If next target is equal to null, then we will compute the next target. Next compute next target. Compute next target. And in the compute next target, let's implement it somewhere here. Private void. So you need to have something to check for every cell, not only for target cell. Something to check for every cell, not only for target cell. What do you mean where? For what reason? Or cell class bool is already on path. But I think I'm not interested to check if it's on the path, but if I'll collide, because it might be on the same path, but it's possible not to collide, even if it's on the same path. Or public cell, cells already on path array. Why do I need to check if the cell is on the path? This will block a lot of cells because the path can be very long. They'll block each other if they will go to opposite targets through one tunnel. Oh, I think I get what you mean. If one comes from one side and one from other side, they will collide. Okay, that's an interesting idea. Yeah, but that's that, as I understand, but you are also less effective if passing through empty cells. That's why you want to build independent path. Yeah, like independent path for each pack, I mean. Yeah, but I see only that case when that it will affect somehow, that it will help when in the same tunnel they come through different positions, but I think that will never happen, because for each pack I'm going to the closest position. So being in a tunnel, they will never go against one like bounce in each other, unless I'll have to do some logic behind, like what type is the pack. But right now with my logic I'm going to the closest pallet, so two of my packs from opposite side of a tunnel will never go against each other, because yeah, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, I'll keep it in mind. Probably in future that will be an issue. So right now, compute next target will be oh, interesting. When I'm computing, I depend on the other packs. In the moment when you will want to separate tactic for every pack, like collectors and hunters, you will have collision all the time. Just keep it in mind. Yeah, you're right. For when they will have like each one different behavior, then they will probably collide. Okay, but here is the interesting part. I think I will do it a bit differently. Next position is null, and when we move here, we will say that the next position will be like a point in the direction. All right, that I should take somewhere from the BFS. Is it the first node there? Get path length. So get path in our map here. I will need the path, not the not just the destination. That's, I have something in mind that's not very optimal, because we will call BFS 2 times, but pack, yeah, pack here next, but okay, BFS dot node path BFS get paths till the target. Oh, we need also the maze. Other obstacles. Back. Public void. Let's implement a separate method for to get this map with obstacles. Get obstacles, and we will send just an array list of other obstacles. Then it's not gonna be a void, but it's gonna return array list of booleans, and it's this one. Return map with obstacles. Get obstacles, other obstacles. Okay, and in the pack we will say map dot get obstacle other packs target, and what else does it need? Source and destination. Source is position, destination is target. We have our path. Let's call it here rather. And next position will be path dot node. Path is a node. BFS. A node has X and Y. But I think it's gonna be the next one, not actually this one. Next position will be a new point, path dot X, path, not like this, come on, path dot Y. That's next position. I actually need it there. And we will receive it here, BFS node path, like this. I don't know, null. And if path is not null, else, I don't know, next pause is the point, but no, let's not do anything with it. So we potentially know the next position, then here other packs. Let's check point target position is the pack dot get target. Get next position. Pack.get next position. If next position is not null, then we add it here. Else as next position. In our cases, we just add the actual position of a pack. But I feel that I have to get the parent of a path, because in BFS we call it with our source point, and the first in queue will be the source. Oh no. I should just console log it, it's gonna be easier to understand. So back here we will say going from position to target to point through this one, and we'll see if it's actually what we suppose that it is. I think we can disable displaying the obstacles. Why we are still displaying them? Display pallets. Oh, we were testing. All right, let's check it now. So, come on, let's see. Going from 5.9, which one is in 5.9? This one. Yeah, going from 5.9 to 12.9, this one, through 12.9. Okay, so yeah, the path is the end. Okay, then we need in the BFS we need the last point in our path, or the second from the last. Get next point. Oh, I think I have actually the get next point implemented already there. So it's gonna be path dot get next point. All right, that's path dot get next point. Condition path not null is always true. Well, I don't know. Let's play it right now. So going from 8.3, Target 9 free. No, it's too close to that. We can do it here. Going from 7-4 to 9-3 for 7-3. Yep, that's correct. And hopefully no, come on, again you're bouncing. Oh, because I have speed, that's why. Does it mean that it's in cooldown or if it has speed? Come on. Okay, here I use the speed boost. 1. So, going from 15. Nobody's in 15.5. Going from 16.5 to 15.5. Which one is 15.5? It doesn't record other obstacles properly. Why? Where do I display other obstacles? I think in other obstacles. Let's check here how we are doing in the pack. Other packs. Well, I think, are you checking where is pack or where it will be next turn? I'm checking where it will be next turn, but for example, when the first pack plays, other packs didn't decide yet where they go, so the first pack will have like priority, and then the next pack will try to avoid him. So, but I see that I made a mistake here. That's for my enemy. To do it for this one. If next pose. Pack. And here I just wanna add the other pack But also probably I should predict where enemy packs are moving. If next pause and okay, let's see. So other obstacles 13-3, 19-4, yeah, something like that. 23-5. Okay, I don't know why I'm not registering the enemy packs as obstacles at all. Because why? I have here Packmaster get enemy and we get packs of the enemy. It seems that I either don't enemy add pack. Oh, that's only for the visible pack count. So if I don't see my enemy, okay, yeah, all right. Then if we go, I timed out. Null pointer exception. Why no null pointer exception? Move to the path. So the pack move to probably, yeah, I can put it here so I can still see something. Okay, I think let's run it a couple of times to see if we are not jamming it into each other. Yeah, I think this pack did some interesting moves there. Why he went back, I don't understand. That's weird that he went back there. Yeah, let's try to submit and see in action. If we get to top 100 today, I'll be glad. So let's see where we're losing here. That's me. No. I am the blue one. Yeah, that's just because in the beginning he ate one of my packs here. Jump. 1000. How many people are in Bronze League? Leaderboard. Yeah, 1700. Oh no, I have a little problem here. They continue going into each other. 3 of them. A party behind me. I can do that. And I can do also that. Put some music. Come on. Something like that. So, okay, the same thing happens. Why? So, let's see where they start. Going from over obstacles 26.5, 6.5, 6.5, 26.5. That's for the first one. That means that this one goes first. Target 3-3. Okay, target 3-3. Then the next one, our obstacles is 26.5 and 6.5. This one. And he knows that that pack goes from 5-6 to 3-3, and the next position is 5-5. This one. So why he didn't add it as a other obstacle? Do I call it twice? Yeah, probably call it twice. Move to next position equals to this one. teammate next position is plus next position. Let's also see which pack is playing ID. I want it with the same conditions. Okay, not out, but error. Only packs. All right. Let's see if they jump into each other and debug from there. Yeah, here we go. So, place pack 0. That's this one. Other obstacles is 10, 9. 10, 9, 7, 1, probably. Which one? Yeah, 7, 1, and 3, 9. Alright, target 9, 9. Going from 9, 8 to target 9, 9 from 9, 9. Then place pack 1, this one. My teammate's next position is 9, 9. And I know that. Why I'm going there? Other obstacles 9, 9, 7, 1, 3, 9. Target is still 9, 9. Come on, you cannot move there. Pick another target. So we know the position, but for some reason maybe it's in the BFS the way we get path. The map, get obstacles, map with obstacles. We copy that map for, so that is an obstacle, right? Yeah, 9, 9 is an obstacle. And then player 1 still wants to go to 9, 9. Why? Why? In the BFS, is anyone coming? Is anyone coming? So if his maze is free, return null, cannot, maze utils copy grid maze equal to true, source q add new q add. Okay, just don't let it order after 8. Hello, Daniel. Yeah, the thing is that we just check if a position, if a destination is on the same position, and we return it. But we can check here, first of all, if the destination, if basically the same thing but with destination. Oh no, the destination is checked here. Yeah, come on, why then? If destination get X, destination get Y. Is free maze. Come on. If Y more. Is free. The path should be null. No, probably I'm too tired to fix this bug today. So we are on the place 316. That's a good improvement today. We were at around 1000 or something like that. So what we managed to do, we managed to properly track the pallets based on the new rules from this league. We tried to do some obstacle avoidance. It's a little bit buggy yet, but I'll probably fix it tomorrow because I'm too tired right now. And yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for joining. Probably I will see you tomorrow. Write clean code, stay hydrated, and all the good stuff. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.